Hello everybody, I'm Nurgleprobe. Welcome to my top 100 games of all time list. It's December 20th or 21st and we're going through game 20 through 17. And don't forget that you can find the whole playlist down below to find all the videos covering all the games in my top 100. So yeah, let's get started. Today's first game is Wing Commander 3 at number 20. Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger, something like that, is a space saga simulator thing. Basically, half the game, I think about half the game, is cinematics and dialogue options with real actors. Mark Hamill is in this one, so Star Wars fans rejoice, I guess. There's a lot of filmed footage in this game, and the acting, it's real actors. I mean, often the actors are they're kind of sheep. They are told to be somewhat silly in their acting or overacting it. In this game, they're not necessarily overacting. They're actually, it's not the best acting, obviously, because, well, games. But it's really good for what it is, for a game. And this came out for PlayStation 1, I believe. Yes, it was on 4 CDs. So many cinematics. And so that was one half of the game. This takes place in space. You're a part of, some kind of Federation human coalition thing that exploring space. I don't really remember the backstory of this. Since I've only really played Wing Commander 3, I don't know the story before this. But it's a continuation of the story, and they do connect this game to the previous games and what's happened in those. So, if you play those, I bet the enjoyment is even better, or more. But that's one half of the game. The other half of the game is this space simulator fighting, where you go out in a fighter, basically, and you shoot down different ships. The thing I love about this game is that you go into a briefing before every game, or before every mission, where first you get the briefing from your commander, and he shows you on a map, this is what you need to do, you need to destroy these destroyers, or and help transport these ships throughout this system to get here, and yada yada. And missions are interesting and different every time, which is fun. Or they feel different, even if they are pretty much similar. Every mission has a story and a backstory and a reason for happening, which is amazing. And before you go out, you will choose your wingman. So you get all the currently unlocked characters, or characters that you have met throughout the game, and you can pick one of them to go out with you on that mission. And then when you're out on the mission, you give them orders, and they actually respond to your orders with, unique dialogue that they have. So, basically telling them to attack, and some of them will go, yeah! I think, if I remember correctly, he will do that. And some will just say, yes sir, and go out and fight. And it's very... What's interesting about this as well is that depending on what happens throughout the game, the story actually doesn't change. The overall story is the same, but there are some elements that does change, like who will you be. There is, of course, a romantic interest in this game. There are 2 different ones, or 3 different ones, and you can actually choose a path there, so which one you want to talk to more or be closer to, and that will actually change some of the gameplay even. And unlock certain pilots, or remove certain pilots. If one of the pilots that you go out with on a mission dies, they're out of the game. There are no coming backs in this game. They are actually dead. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but things happen throughout the game that changes which kinds of pilots and stuff like that you actually have access to. This is an amazing game. The Wing Commander series, produced or created by the same person that is now working on Star Citizen. That is why I'm really looking forward to Star Citizen once that's out. Not going to pay to play the current alpha, beta, whatever it is at the moment, but it looks amazing. I think even only backers did that and got into that anyway. But anyway, Wing Commander 3, such an amazing game. And I remember as a kid, when there were dialogue options, I didn't do anything special about that, but when I went out on a mission, I actually borrowed my brother's bike helmet, put that on, and pretended to be a pilot, like they were in Robotech, because that was basically how their helmet looked. I thought, anyway, so... Or pilot, I thought it looked like a pilot's helmet, and I thought it was cool to go out there and, or put that on and sit in a cool chair and pretend to be a pilot. So, yeah. Nerd, let's go on. Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger is my number 20. My number 19 is a game that I think everyone should put on their top 100 games list. And that is because it's just so pure in its gameplay. It's the best game of the whole series, and that is Super Mario World. It's the best Super Mario World ever. It's perfect length, perfect secret things that you can unlock, great enemies, great bosses, great sections, great levels, everything. This platform, I mean, wow, Super Mario World is just so freaking good. This is the one Super Mario World or Super Mario game that I actually go back to and still play up till this day. Most other Mario games, I play them through once or twice, and then that's it. I don't play them anymore. But this one, this holds up today. This is, I think this could, I don't think this will ever get old. I mean, it's old, but even kids today, if they play this game, I think they would enjoy it, because the graphics are awesome. The graphics are not something that will age badly. They are very toonish or cartoonish, and they just work very well. And I think, yeah, Super Mario World number 19. I don't really think I need to explain it more than that. My number 18 is a game for the DS system, and the game is called Last Window: The Secrets of Cape West. I wrote this down before I did this. But it's also known as, the first game is called Hotel Dusk Room Number something that I can't remember right now. So this is basically Hotel Dusk 2, though it has a new name, which is Last Window: The Secrets of Cape West. You play Kyle, right? Yes, Kyle. Kyle Hyde, I think it's something like that. And this is the continuation of the first game. You are basically, in the beginning of this game, you're losing your job. And you're going back to your apartment building, and you find out that the building is gonna get demolished. That's the word you use, right? Because they're gonna build, I don't know if it's a new apartment building or a garage or a mall or something like that in the area where your apartment building is, so they're gonna take it down. So you just lost your job, you just found out about this, you don't have any money. And at the same time, you go back to your apartment and you find a note that tells you to find the secret of the apartment. I don't remember. There's a name for it, like the Crimson Heart or something like that you need to find. And that's basically where it starts. And this is a visual novel. You walk around the apartment building. One of the fun things about this game compared to many other DS games, usually you hold your DS so the screen says below and above, like this. With these games, you actually turn the DS on the side so it looks like a book that you're holding instead. And you play like that so that you have the screens next to each other. And it's really interesting, and there's so many interesting mechanics in this game, and they really work with the two screens, and they really work with really good storytelling, really good music, and it's just great. If you have not seen this game for the DS, I think these are the... Yeah, you should get this game. You should get this game. It's an amazing experience. If you don't like story games, maybe not. But if you do, get this. Last Window: The Secret of Cape West. My number 18. My number 17 is a game that we already mentioned, but we mentioned the second game in the series. And that is Dawn of War. So my number 17 is Dawn of War 1. We've already mentioned Dawn of War 2. And it was much like the Company of Heroes series, where we mentioned Company of Heroes 2 first, and then Company of Heroes 1. Dawn of War is the same kind of gameplay as Company of Heroes games. It's the same creators, and the gameplay is very much samey, but the settings are different. And the reason Dawn of War 1 is above Dawn of War 2 for me is that Dawn of War 1 still had the base building function of an RTS. You could build your base, you could go different paths through your base building, buy different units, upgrade different buildings and such. And Dawn of War 2 didn't have that, they had one building instead, and I really miss the fact that I really wish they made Dawn of War 2 with the base construction, though the way they went with it is more about the combat and more about the control of the map. But Dawn of War 1, playing this 3v3 or even 4v4, was so fun. I put hundreds of hours into this game, and learning the different strategies, that was something that I really enjoyed about this game, because I learned it. I learned the ways to play it, and that is something that I don't really do with RTS games anymore. I would do it with StarCraft 2 or StarCraft even, if I had the time and, you know, the energy to put into those games. But Dawn of War 1 is one of those games that I really did put time into. And it's just so good. And if you like the Warhammer 40k universe, there's no reason not to get these games. They have aged kind of badly. They don't look good at all. But the gameplay is still fun. You can play the solo campaigns, and I don't know, I think the servers are still up for this game, so that you can play multiplayer. So it's definitely worth looking into. And even if you can't, find someone else that has it and play with them. I bet there are forums out there with people that play this game still, because the community was huge back then. Well, huge. I mean, it was huge for what it was, I guess. But my number 17, Dawn of War 1. I even have, I guess I need to show you this, right? And have be aware that I bought this anthology box after I got all the games. So I actually have 2 copies of all the first game and the 2 first expansions, plus this one. So that's how much I love this game. Plus then the 4th expansion that came out that was called Soulstorm. I also have that one in the shelves. So alright, that was it for December 21st. 4 great games, and 4 games that now when I've talked about them, feel like I'm really going the right way with these games. These 4 games were so good, and yet the list is getting better the higher we go. Or the lower we go, well, the higher we go. And tomorrow there will be 4 amazing games. Amazing games. So come back for that. Check the information up, or the links above my face if I've added them yet, to find the previous video and the next video. And also the playlist, you can find it there or down below my face here, to see all the videos in this series of my top 100 games of all time list. Okay, getting close. We're getting close. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.